Hello, Mr. Gheorghiu.
Hello, how are you?
Good, good. Nice to see you
Again, yeah.
again today. So today we start a series of Tal,
Yeah,
beautiful,
today we'll
amazing games.
show, yeah, and they are very beautiful games. And let's say very, very complicated, but somehow very romantic also. Tal played always like this. He liked to sacrifice something, peace, more pieces, and so on, you see. And
And that's more,
each one,
more
yeah,
beauty.
yeah, each one is like this, very complicated and very spectacular games, you see.
So now we,
Played against very strong grandmasters, of course,
so this game is against
Uh,
Alexander Tolush.
yeah, this one is against Tolush. Tolush in that time was one of the strongest Soviet grandmasters. Later on, he became a trainer of Spassky. I mean, he helped Spassky to become very strong grandmaster and later on world
World champion.
champion. And as long as I know, Tolosh won a very important tournament organized here in Bucharest in 1953. The same tournament where Spassky became probably grandmaster, the first norm of grandmaster, something like he was very young.
Interesting.
But Tolosh won the tournament against a very strong field. I mean, Smyslow was playing, Spassky was playing a lot of very strong grandmasters, and Tolosh was able to win the tournament. That means
He was
he
a
was
very
very
strong
good.
player.
Yeah, very good.
Okay.
And this game is very important theoretically because Tal is always he played, um, very nice variation, trying to win with white, of
So
course, against the Sicilian.
I guess 1956, Tal was very young here also.
He was young, yeah, young enough. And well, here to start after Bishop G5, E6, and F4. F4. This is theory, And here after Bishop E7, Queen F3, and Long Castle, we have the main variation. See, Queen B6 is a very sharp continuation. That means that Black wants to have some initiative very quickly. Well, he attacks the pawn from B2. Now, if you want something with White, you have to give the pawn. If you try to play Rook B1 or something, immediately after Knight C6, Black is all right. That means Black maybe doesn't take the initiative, but he equalizes very quickly.
So here you have to
So,
sacrifice this
so
pawn.
now, yeah, now the variation is so called the poisoned pawn. Pawn.
Pawn? Pawn.
I mean, he gives the pawn for
Mhm.
very strong initiative.
Okay.
Now it's very, very long analysis and so on. But then in these years, it was almost new like this. One of the first games, played
Okay.
ever.
To discover.
Yeah. So, okay, after Queen D2, Queen takes B2, Rook B1, Queen I3, everything is theory until now, you see. E5, now you have to take, of course. Well, you can play also Knight D7, but well, first of all, if he doesn't take immediately, the theory recommends, after Knight D7, Knight F D7, F5 immediately, and very good chances to attack after F5.
So here F5.
Yeah, F5. I mean, he gives the pawn, for very strong initiative. Everything is possible only because White plays like in casino, gives everything for initiative.
To
I mean,
open the
to
also to
open
open the lines.
everything,
Mhm.
okay. So, okay, I mean, theory. I mean, he took in E5, he took in E5, and Knight D7. Okay.
But here wasn't better to take the knight directly to double the
No, no,
pawns?
no,
No.
no. To give the bishop is not so good. I mean, this bishop from G5 will have a very important role later on. You'll see during the game. White tries to attack. He gave one pawn in B2. Now he gives another pawn for initiative all the time. So here, as long as I know, instead of knight E4, the theory now recommends bishop C4 or bishop E2. Even now, after so many years. But then one of the first games like this, it seems 94 excellent movies. So it now comes immediately with the threat in B5 or in D6. Wants to give a check later on, maybe. You see. So okay, she gives the second pawn in A2. You see. So all right, after knight E4, he takes the second pawn, Tolush,
Tolush took
and
everything.
you have to play rook b3, because if you don't play rook b3, you gave the pawn for nothing. I mean,
Rook b3, why?
because the rook was attacked, the rook
Because
from
okay.
b1, of course. No. So right, he gave another check. He forces Tal to play king f2. Now you can't castle anymore. This is the idea. So okay, now black has 2 pawns, and white has very good attacking chances. You see, it's enough to play somewhere with the bishop, and the attack is very very strong. So black has to take now the decision what to play. Has probably two moves now: knight c6 or queen a4 immediately. I think he played he played queen a4. No?
Yes.
Well, it seems that after this, bishop b5 again is unbelievable move, but very very strong also. You see, because now you are forced to take, and now after knight, now you have
Pawns and bishop.
2 pawns and bishop. I mean, he sacrificed a piece.
Yeah.
He sacrificed a piece, but he threatens immediately mate in c7, you see, in
Yeah.
one move.
Yes.
So black has to play something very quickly. What can he play? f6, it seems, is the best defense, you see.
Yeah.
So now he takes, and now what happens if he takes in e4? He could take now in e4 immediately, you see.
Yes.
Yeah. So if he takes in e4 immediately, he takes in g7. Yeah, he takes in g7, and now black can take bishop. Can play bishop c5 check or queen f5 check. Well, if he plays queen f5 check, rook f3 probably wins. You see.
Rook f3. Okay.
Yeah, because now you attack the queen, you attack the rook.
Yes.
So you have to play probably bishop c5 check. What else?
Yes.
Bishop c5 check. Okay, bishop c5 check. Now king g3. He goes away. Now you give another check in e5 probably, no?
Yes.
And now king h3. After king h3, again,
Another check here.
he attacks there, and you have probably you have to take the in g7 with the queen, no?
Yes.
Because otherwise it's lost immediately. And now it starts. You see, knight c7 check. Yeah? You have to play only king f7, queen f8 loses immediately after bishop h6. You see, loses the queen.
Yeah.
And now he has time to give one check in f2, in f1, and it's enough. He gives check there. Now you have to play king g8, and after king g8, look, bishop h6 and resigns. It's unbelievable, it's such a position
But
with every piece on board.
This was the game.
No.
Okay.
This was analysis after.
Yeah. Yes.
I mean, it was possible to play like this.
Yeah.
Now it's mate or you lose the queen. You see, because if you move the queen, is immediate mate or something, or rook g3 mate. You see, no, it's.
Wow.
I mean,
Very
it's too dangerous, the attack. You see, I mean, he gave material, but has a fantastic attack with white. You see, so right. Moving back the position, he took. I mean, he played bishop b5. Yeah, he took knight takes f6. He took. Yeah.
Yes.
And what happens here? He took. Yeah. Now again, he played a tempo move, rook e1. Now everything is possible because he has every white piece plays very well. You see. Now if it's enough probably to give 1-2 checks and you almost made. You see. Now black has to react somehow, because if he takes, for instance, another piece or something, he's lost immediately. You see. Rook a6 tries to resist. I mean to take control over the field d6. He wants to sacrifice something in d6 to avoid mate. You see.
Yeah.
And now after knight bishop takes f6, the attack continues. You see. So right now everything is almost forced. What to do? So rook f3. Look, he wants to give one check. If he gives one check in good conditions, black resigns here. So queen h4 check, and now very important, the king back. You see, only on white, because if you go to G1, then he has time to give one check to C5, and
Yeah.
has one tempo and maybe a good chance to avoid mate, So now again, everything is forced. E5 is the only way to avoid immediate threats from white, you see. But now again, it's very unpleasant because everything comes with tempo again, So now,
Check.
bishop e6. Now, another check, very important, only in d7. Yeah. So now what to do? Okay, king g6. Now,
Yeah.
and now check again. Now there, and now rook g3. And now it seems that black can save, because he has time to take in g3. So
Yes.
now when he took in g3, he had time to take with check in b7. Now again, everything is forced, you see. And okay, he won the queen. Black has many pieces, and a small hope to resist because white doesn't have too many pieces to attack, you see.
It's
But even so, the position is lost for black.
yeah. It's
Yeah.
I see the game of Tal is almost like
Like
uh,
fireworks, he
yeah.
gives everything for
Yes,
very strong attack.
fireworks
And
exactly.
his opponent accepted the challenge and
Yeah.
played the same. He accepted to play a very complicated game, trying to do the same, to defend and counter attack, you see.
Yeah.
All right.
It's
So
very
after queen
difficult.
c7, very, very beautiful game. After bishop c5, it seems that black has finally a small hope to have a counter attack. Okay, and now he takes in d7, and now again he gives check. And
Yeah.
now it's almost made for white, but
Yeah.
he has time to put rook
The rook
e2 and black resign.
result. Yes. True.
Fantastic game, you see. Attack, counter attack all the time, you see. So
Yeah. A
everything
lot
first
of
by one
punches,
move like
like
this, you see.
like a boxing game.
Yeah, yeah. Beautiful, very beautiful game, you see.
True.
Very unusual also, you see. Very
Yes.
unusual.
Yes. Yes.
But
Yes.
this was Tal. He played almost always like this. And exceptionally, his opponent has the same style, you see. Tolush was also a very strong grandmaster.
Very
He
tactical.
liked to attack,
Mhm.
very tactical, and he accepted the challenge, I tell you. And we have the result. We have the game like this, you see.
Tal
Yeah,
was faster this time.
best faster, yeah.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Gheorghiu.
You all.